going on YouTube? Saturday afternoon, so I apologize for the light. It's not the best in the afternoon, but had some cool stuff that I found today. That'll be a video later. The JDM stuff, Kyosho, Tamika. Right now we're going to crack those, but I have some other cool stuff. Going to be doing a video pretty soon on that, as well as that. So that'll be soon enough. But this video, I'm going to crack these cars, post this video up, then I'm going to go meet some family for dinner, and then I'm going to come back and make a couple more videos, or at least one more video. I might make one of them tomorrow. So let's crack these cars open. Went to two places today, the local honey holes. This is a Matchbox from 1983. Not something that I typically collect, but something I thought might look okay on the diorama. This one actually looks fairly detailed for just a regular Matchbox, but it's also 30 years old, and back then things were a little bit better. It's all die cast. The base is die cast. It has rubber working tracks that aren't dried out. They actually work really well. Get the garbage in the garbage. See if we can. Yeah, it just rolls perfect on those tracks. That's an awesome find. I think I paid like $5 for that, so I'm happy with that. This one here is Hot Wheels 1982. You can see the card's been cut, but I don't really care about that because the casting inside will be mint, or should theoretically be mint. I've noticed too at the last the diecast show that I went to, and just lately, that a lot of people that had these old Hot Wheels cut the card off, and they must have done that just to make it easier to store them over the years. While it devalues it quite a bit, it keeps the car in mint condition. But you get it for about the price you would pay for a loose casting. As a big fan of Cadillacs, this is something that I don't have in my collection, so thought, you know, for the $3 or $4 or whatever I paid for it, it was worth it. Cadillac Seville with some black walls, metal body, metal base, silver on what looks to be a plum color, or a mauve. I don't know. You be the judge. I'm not going to get too fancy on the color, but just another addition. This one here also from 1983. This is a bigger casting. The Peterbilt cement mixer. This one, these cards were pretty cool. It's too bad that it got cut off. Not that it would matter anyways. But the point is, if this was mint on a full, decent condition card, it would probably be at least $20, and I wouldn't be buying it. So with a cut-off card for $4, which is what I think I paid for most of these, I will take it. So you have the spinning cement mixer, which lifts up to dump it. This casting is awesome. It's all die cast, including the base and the tanks here. The grill, all of it is die cast. So another really cool black wall to throw into the collection there. So I don't do a lot of the work truck or construction stuff, but I do have a ton of the modern construction stuff for Matchbox. But I don't know, it just seemed cool. The price was right, so I grabbed it. So this one here is 1983 Matchbox. So same year as this. At least the copyright on the card is. The card is just absolutely wrecked. Totally destroyed. But the car, the casting is dope. I have an old Lesney Superfast Rolls-Royce. This is the Silver Cloud. I think the other one that I have, I don't know if it's a Silver Cloud or a Phantom. And this blister was coming off the card, which is unfortunate because that exposure has affected the condition of the casting. So this is a casting I'm going to have to clean up. But I think it'll probably clean up okay. But so back then, plastic base, Matchbox was a little bit cheaper than Hot Wheels, I think. But it's still a cool Rolls-Royce, and we'll see how it cleans up. And then the last Matchbox is the oldest of them all. This is back in the Lesney days. Super Kings, 1980. And the card has a little string tied to it here. There's a handful of these in this vendor's case, but most of them are $20 to $30 a piece. And I'm not that into them. They might be worth that, but I'm just not that into them for that price. But I think this one was like $10 for the Ford Escort 2000. And the cards aren't terrible. They're definitely far from mint. Let's see here, Lesney Products Corporation. The I guess it's not a Super Kings that offers. For the Super Kings, which would be cool. That actually looks pretty cool. I might have to check that out on eBay. But here's your copyright date, 1980 Lesney. So let's take a look. A lot of work getting this little car off the card. So you have the Shell sponsor badge right there on top. That's pretty cool. The Ford logo, RS2000. When I was in high school, I had a 1992 Ford Escort hatchback. It was a fun little car. So this has the towing hitch. It is a Superfast. Black plastic base. It's nice to get these in blister fresh condition, even though here we can see, I would imagine, let me see if I can look at it up close before I make any assumptions about it. So that edge wear is definitely a flaw from the casting. And then the rest of it just looks like wear from rubbing up in the blister. But that's a sticker. These are sticker decals. They look to be in really good shape. Alright, so let me explain what I was talking about here. So this stuff right here looks to be a major flaw with the casting. Just metal that, you know, just didn't come out of the casting clean. This up here looks like possibly it's caused just from rubbing against the blister. You can see the plastic. I don't know if that's oxidation or if that's just what happens with age. This is 1980, so it's been in the blister for 37 years. The sticker decals look to be in really good shape. This one here has a little bit of wear just from where it looks like it rubbed. But the rest of it, I mean, it's definitely not a mint example, but it's a very, very clean example of this Ford Escort. And I don't think these old Superfast can be pretty difficult to find. You know, as long as I've been in the hobby, which isn't that long, couple, 2-3 years, I've never seen this one. I hunt constantly. I watch a ton of videos online, and I've never seen this car. So that doesn't make it rare, but it's definitely not something that you come across too often. I don't ever remember seeing it as a kid either. So really cool car. Nice roller, not a lot of suspension. It's definitely out of scale. I think Matchbox, like Hot Wheels, they were going for the 3-inch model, not the scale model. Anyways, the next one of my favorite brands, some brand that I've really grown to like quite a bit in the last 6 months, Johnny Lightning. And I've seen this casting. I've actually had the opportunity to buy it before and just haven't really cared that much about it. But then I saw somebody post it up for sale as part of their collection, and I thought, you know, it's kind of a cool little car. Maybe I will just grab that. And that's what I did. $4.99 with your James Bond trading card. I think this is Playing Mantis. Yeah. Playing Mantis era 2002. It looks to be basically just a little dune buggy. The wheels are rubber tires with tread, so that's pretty cool. You know, if nothing else, at the end of the day, this can be a wheel donor. I don't think that I'll do that, but you can see just because of the color how difficult a time the camera's having focusing on it. Pretty basic little sand rail type of a car, dune buggy. The engine is very loose, but rolls really nice. And I don't know, something different, kind of cool. Then this one here, I've seen these online. These actually surprisingly are not the cheapest cars to get, and I've seen them and I've always wanted to pick one up, and today I found them. Found about 5 of them. They were $10 each, and I can see now I have an issue with this one. These are the Revel lowriders, and this is the 59 Chevy Impala Sunkissed, and it looks like there's a trunk issue, so hopefully we can fix that. But I have to say, I think the Hot Wheels lowrider, well, let me get this out and take a look at it before I go making that assumption. Alright, so the base is, or the trunk is fine, it closes fine, it's just kind of loose. It's articulating like the suspension is. A hydraulic trunk. There are all your hydros. And I do like the 59 Impala. I wonder if this is the Johnny Lightning tool. But here is your suspension. And the design of the Hot Wheels is so much better because you can articulate so much more. With these, it almost looks like you can only do front end and back end, up and down. With the Hot Wheels, you can put whatever wheel you want. You can lift one corner of the car. With this, it looks like you're either lifting the front end or the back end. But it rolls really, really nice. It's still an awesome car. It does feel kind of delicate, but man, it does roll nice. No opening hood, just an opening trunk with the hydraulics. It is a plastic base. They are rubber tires with no tread. But I think it's pretty cool. I'm glad, you know, in my collection I didn't have any of these, so I think it's a cool car to add because those cars they've kind of taken off a little bit. And then this last one is an eBay purchase, and I'm really on the fence as to whether or not to open it. It's not a chase car, but you know what? I have to open it because I can already see a potential blister issue inside of its paint destroyer. These are really hard to find right now. They're limited to 1,336. This is the California Highway Patrol. If any of you find a gold strike in one of these, let me know. I've got $100 I'll offer you for it. I don't care if it's this one or the Release 2. But if you find one of these America's Finest Ford Broncos gold strike, I'll give you $100 shipped to Arizona. So let me know. They're going to be really hard to find at 1,336. What is that? 2,672. So there's going to be about 55 of them in total for both releases. So about 26 or 27 per release. So there's about one per state. So if you're that one person that gets lucky and you want to make some money, I am your guy. Anyways, same thing with the Series 8 Talladega Nights Green Machine. I still have a $120 offer out there if any of you have that. So let me know on that. These Racing Champions Ford Broncos they're just so nice. I love the Ford Broncos. I love the green light, older first generation Broncos. But you can see here, right up in here where the blister is pushing down on that paint, and that's, if you leave this in the package, that's going to cause a long-term problem. So this light bar is it's awesome. It's not transparent. It looks like almost like a blue foil and a red foil, which give it that look, almost like a transparent or a translucent look. But it's a very vintage style light bar. Reminds me a lot of what cop cars had when I was a kid growing up. And I've got some pretty nice green light California Highway Patrol cars. And this is nice enough. I think it would fit right in. I think it'll look real good sitting next to those. Metal body, metal base, rubber tires with tread. 2016 Tomy International Inc. So I guess round 2 must be licensing that Tomy name. And that's another funny thing. If you look, that looks like a Johnny Lightning. Let me get the magnifying glass. It is. That is a Johnny Lightning insignia right here. And one of the other America's Finest have that too. It's an Ertl casting. I don't remember if it's the Galaxy. It's either the Galaxy or the Plymouth. But the Bronco's definitely my favorite. Just the detail on it with, I mean, the front end, the grille, the headlights, the indicators. You've got Ford written across the hood. You've got a license plate on the bumper. The bumper has the little plastic or rubber part. You have indicators on the side. You have brake lights. So it doesn't have that chrome panel on the tailgate like the regular releases do. I have 3 of the 4 of those. I would like to get all of these Ford Broncos. It does have an opening hood with a detailed painted motor. And I had one of these Broncos about 8 years ago. I had a 1995 XLT. And of all the cars I've ever had, I regret getting rid of that one the most. You can see here some issues too. Looks like paint bleeding through to the glass. Little stuff like that I don't really get too wound up over. Just because the rest of the casting is just so nice, and the fact that they're making them such a limited production run, I'm pretty happy about that. But that thing looks really good, especially with that light bar and the California State Highway Patrol livery. Very nice little casting. Street view. Man, 22 minutes already. Good thing that's the last car. Got your Cadillac Seville, Ford Escort, Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, 59 Impala. Look what we got coming later on though. Mazda RX-8, Porsche Carrera GT, McLaren P1, Mazda Savannah RX-3, Toyota MRS, a Skyline Coupe, Toyota Celica GT4, AE86 Toyota Corolla, another Mazda RX-7 Savannah, a Nissan Leopard. All of that is Kyosho and Tamika. I'm not sure what the Toyota MRS is, but either way, all of those are very highly detailed, so those are going to be fun. So I have that video coming up, and then I've got the video for the Retro Entertainment, which is going to be a long video, because I'm not just going to crack those 8, but I'm going to bring out all of the rest of my collection and show you everything that I have. I think I have around 80 of them, so I want to say there's 110 or 115. So I don't have too much farther to go to get that. But anyways, so those are the videos that are on deck. So stay tuned for those. It'll be later tonight. I'll make one of the 2, not sure which one yet. And then I'll probably make the other one tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I will holler at the next video.